know that they've got a big fight when Boxing Bros is in town. That's when you know. That's when you know. So.
Breaking news. It is official. Fabio Wardley has activated his rematch clause to fight Daniel Dubois for the WBO World Heavyweight Championship. Big news. It's just dropped.
Thank you, Dev. Well, there you have it. The rematch clause has been activated, and I'm so happy it has been activated. Fucking, yeah, Wardley's so much better than that. It's so much better than that. You know, kudos to him for activating it. Good man. Here's the technical things about Queensberry and how it's going to work and how long.
Soon, I've seen Queensberry have put something out now as well, saying Queensberry can confirm that Fabio Wardley has activated the rematch clause following his defeat in last week's WBO World title fight against Daniel Dubois at the Carp Live in Manchester. All parties will now work towards a rematch of their fight of the year contender for later in 2026. So for later in 2026, we're in May. Okay, so how much 2026 is left? May, June, July, August, September, November, December. Yeah, there's 7 months. Sorry.
I've heard a lot of people, boxing professionals, coaches, other influencers, boxing people, saying that Fabio should retire and he's been lucky and overachieved. Yeah, that he's landed lucky punches. There's no such thing as landing a lucky punch in boxing. Let me break it down for you. I'll give you an analogy, right? If I've got a gun, yeah, and I aim it at someone's head, and I fucking shoot them, and that bullet goes through their head and they die, right? It's exactly the same. If you're getting battered in a boxing match, yeah, and you throw a punch and it lands and you knock the other guy out, that ain't luck. That is you've aimed with your eyes, and you've thrown the punch with your hands, and it's landed and you've knocked him out. It's not lucky. You meant to do it. There's no such thing. And it weren't lucky when he knocked out David Adelaide, Nathan Gorman, Justice Hooney, Joseph Parker, Fraser Clark. That weren't luck. All them knockout wins. And don't forget, every single time he was the underdog in every single one of them fights. Yeah? And that weren't luck. He KO'd them guys with his skill of landing that knockout shot. It ain't luck. He's a real fighter. Yeah? Maybe, obviously, he wasn't a proper champion, paper champion, so maybe he isn't quite at world level, but you got to put some respect on this guy's name. So saying that he should retire and he's been lucky. He has not been lucky. That's bullshit. The second thing I want to address is that he lost because of his lack of amateur, because he's got no amateur fights and he's a white collar fighter, blah blah blah. And the guy's been a pro for 10 years, British champion, won the belt outright, Commonwealth champion. Don't say, oh, it's because of it. No, it's not because of that. It's because of lack of boxing IQ, and it ain't because of the amateurs. Deontay Wilder is a bronze medalist at the Olympics. Same thing. Fell in love with his power. Didn't relied on that, landing that one shot instead of having a plan B and C, setting traps, doing things. And he was a world champion, 10 title defenses, and he had a career off it. It's nothing to do with amateur pedigree. It's just when you're special, when you're a special puncher, yeah, and you fall in love with that power. That's what happened. He's been a pro for 10 years. He just fell in love with his power, and just if I just land this one shot, I'll knock him out. Losing the rounds, and as you're losing more rounds, you're getting more desperate, you're telegraphing, you're not thinking, lack of IQ, lack of experience at that level, yes, but nothing to do with not being amateur pedigree. Bullshit. I've seen this with great Olympians, great amateurs, you know. Even David Hayes been guilty of this, trying to knock someone out with one punch and not setting up. You know, it's nothing to do with that. So just don't use that as an excuse or use it to deter people who want to get into boxing. You need amateur pedigree because you fucking don't in the pro game, really. Let's have it right. It's whatever works best for you and your life and your opportunities in boxing. So that's how I look at it. The big question that we've all got to ask ourselves: can Fabio Wardley win in a rematch? Can he win in a rematch? For me, absolutely hell yes. I believe he can win in a rematch. He is so much better than what he showed that night. So much better. How he needs to win this rematch, and he doesn't need to stay busy fight or whatever, because he just didn't perform at all like he knows he can, and stay at that level. He needs to get that get back straight away, and he'll be hungry. But what he needs to do is he needs to go away, go back to the drawing board, and work on his jab. That overhand right, yeah, he knows that punch. He's got that punch down to perfection, yeah. So he don't really need to work on that so much, because he can do that with his eyes closed. Get working on your jab, your ring craft. Just work on that. Work on the jab. Setting traps. Discipline. Throwing a jab. And if you get caught, taking a step back, resetting. Focus on your boxing fundamentals. The jab. Your footwork. Just focus on those basics, and he can beat Daniel Dubois. If he goes to that body, Daniel Dubois has a weakness, yeah? His body's always exposed. Obviously, the guy he hits hard, and he's got a good engine, you know, for a fucking muscular guy who hits like that, and he's got a ramrod jab that's like a right hand, some people have said. His arms stick out like a chicken. He can't protect his body properly. His lats are too big, maybe. I don't know what it is. And his elbows are always out. He can't properly protect his body. So you fucking go to that body, attack that body, and they're going to be expecting you to throw the overhand right. Don't throw it for 2 or 3 rounds. Be disciplined. Follow a game plan. Obviously, I'm just spitballing, but something along them lines, and he will win. If he goes to the body and sets up his overhand right with a few jabs, and if you land your jab, then throw it, because you know he's blinded. Practice that, not just stick it. And that pouring jab, it's no good against Dubois. While you're pouring it and telegraphing your punches, he's laying into your body. You know what Dubois is about. Yeah, that's it. He's not too hard to figure out. I really believe Fabio Wardley can win the rematch. He's got to go to the body, and he's got to get working his jab and setting up the overhand right and feinting before he throws it. He weren't feinting. He's just so much better than he showed that night. So much better, and I believe 100% he can win the rematch. Let me know what you think.
Help, I need somebody help. Now just turn it back.